stay that way forever until I get that benzodiazepine. Oops, I said that, the B word. Oh, help me. You're coming for me. It really does induce a sense of panic in me, or used to really induce a sense of panic in me anytime I ever had the word benzodiazepine go through my thought process. And then I realized that I shouldn't be ashamed to say the word.
I can laugh at it, but
I should be ashamed to take the medication is what they imprinted me in after that point. And like I said, I just now got to the point where...
that's a powerful point right there. Let's talk about stigma. Every doctor I had ever met, except those two psychiatrists, and they just simply had no emotion and were indifferent about it, which is exactly what they should be. They're perfect. Every other doctor that has had to deal with this, like I said at the beginning, someone was on to something. Because like I said, my first prescription, after my first seizures in the hospitals and stuff, after all the epilepsy medications were just making things worse or indifferent, was an Ativan twice a day, but no more than 3 months. And you'll never need it for more than 3 months of your life, no matter what ever happened to you. They were lying. They should not have done that. And again, it's only been within the last year or two that I could have been that I've talked about probably close to the last year that I've talked about these two good psychiatrists, because everything from before that was either bad doctors or good doctors who didn't tell me what was going on and wasn't real with me about the medication. It always made me feel ashamed to have to take medication to begin with, really. But the fact that I needed a benzo was just the worst of the worst shame. You are the absolute most shameful. You should be just the most ashamed of yourself that you need Ativan, or even a Xanax, or even Klonopin. I could probably get away with Klonopin now that I'm at this level. In fact, I might and that's why I want access to the medication myself. That way I can go to the store and go buy 61 milligram Klonopins. You know what I'm saying? Try one in the morning, one at night. Try it for a couple of weeks. Everything's all good. Keep taking them. If it's not enough, try 2 milligrams twice a day. If that's not working, try the Ativan. If everything seems to be working except that first stage of sleep, try 1 milligram Xanax at night. You know what I'm saying? Then after a couple of weeks, maybe a month, stop the Xanax and just go back to the Ativan or Klonopin. And just, you see what I'm getting? But I can't even get a benzodiazepine, let alone the option to have the choice of seeing how well everything works within the limits of what is logical for being used to treat my disorder. So, back when I have to get a prescription, would tell me that I'm never going to be anything more than a hopeless addict, never going to have the ability to self-regulate, never going to be able to have the maturity and the responsibility to take responsibility for my actions. I'm never going to be worth anything but a fucking Looney Tune who needs to be constantly monitored, and that's just all nothing but suffering for me, because I don't need it. I just need this part of my brain shut off with this chemical. But I should be ashamed for that. No. You should be ashamed for even bringing any kind of emotion up with it. professionals. If I kill myself, it will be because of that feeling of shame that I need that medication and the absolute just tragedy of a life without it. And it's not like I've taken it much at all, if ever, in my life. So you cannot tell me these are withdrawals, these are dependency, this is addiction, this is biology. Jeez. So, I'm over to Stigma, but look at all the other helpless people. And the stigma is still there. I still get stigmatized non-stop by the medical community, even when I bring it right up to their face and tell them not to stigmatize me. Tell them, stop. You better stop victim shaming me. Look, I was abused as a child. This is my problem. This is the medication. Look it up. And if you can't figure it out, get someone who can. And if you can't, then you're just going to have to trust me. Hit it with that second trophy. Guess what? Like I said, medical malpractice. I'm coming after all of you in a lawsuit. If I can ever get to there. Now I know y'all probably ready for this lawsuit. Y'all probably intentionally deny me those benzodiazepines to keep me from being able to get my executive functioning at a high enough level to actually engage and do this. See, I got this all straightened out. Is it a conspiracy or am I just fucking paranoid? No, I've just been stigmatized to death. Even though my body's still alive. All I foresee and sense is death. That's how bad the the anxiety is. And the ADHD just really makes life even more just... Because look how many videos I do on the same topic, but somehow find a way to find another way to present it, or something new or different. And that's actually valid, because this is a very complicated, large subject that has gone on for years and decades. It will probably take a decade or to follow civilization to solve. But with the information we got now, and this higher functioning group of people like me, we could get over it if you damn fucking neurotypical narcissist could just stop giving into your mental illnesses and accept mine. Like I said, let's do another doctor training. Yeah, let's do a quiet typing this time. That one is the most recent, and that's the one that's most recently given me the most trouble. Because I'll be honest, I only took... Yeah, I've only taken about 5 or 6 of these over the last couple of months. Because they don't work, and causing trouble in my sleep. Trazodone. Oops. I just said Trazodone. I meant Seroquel. We'll talk about Trazodone later, because that's a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Oops. Let's continue. I've actually given this a real fucking shot, because it's not necessarily an antipsychotic. It's that I know of, but again, remember, it's tranquilizing me without shutting off the anxiety, which is causing me to sweat and piss and seizure up in my sleep a lot. and I'm waking up just completely all fucked up. Just, and I've taken this vow long enough that you can't say, "Oh, this is just a soft effect you got to get used to. You're just adapting to the medication." No, this is, my anxiety disorder is outrageous and it's subconscious, and this is doing nothing for it. And because my conscious mind can deal with it, but when my conscious mind goes out, one of these, my subconscious mind keeps running. Yay! And the weird thing is, I don't have a lot of dreams. Only on that blood pressure medication did I have a lot of dreams. You know, so make of that what you will.